Chicago, the Windy City, a city known for its towering skyscrapers, deep dish pizza, and vibrant culture. A metropolis shimmering on the shores of Lake Michigan, where the skyline meets the water in a breathtaking dance of light and shadow. A beacon of American progress and ambition, where dreams are built and futures are forged. But beneath its gleaming facade, a darker truth festers, hidden in the shadows of its towering structures. A hidden history whispers in the alleys, a legacy of crime and corruption that refuses to be forgotten. A legacy etched in blood and betrayal, where the ghosts of the past linger in every corner. This is the story of Chicago's underbelly, a journey into the heart of a city grappling with its demons. A journey that takes us from the blood-soaked streets of the early 20th century to the gangland empires that cast long shadows over the city. From the blood-soaked streets of the early 20th century, where violence was a daily occurrence, to the gangland empires that cast long shadows, ruled by notorious figures like Al Capone. Chicago has always been a city of stark contrasts, where the wealthy and the poor live side by side, where opulence and poverty collide, creating a landscape of extremes, where ambition fuels both progress and corruption, driving the city's relentless pursuit of success. This is not the Chicago of postcards and tourist brochures, but a city with a complex and often troubling history. This is the Chicago that time forgot, where the past lingers in forgotten corners and abandoned buildings. A city haunted by its past, wrestling with its present and fearful of its future. And fearful of its future as it grapples with the challenges of modern times. This is a story of the forgotten and the ignored, of those who live in the shadows of the city's grandeur, of systemic failures and the human cost of unchecked ambition, where the pursuit of power has left many behind. It's a story that needs to be told, a truth that demands to be confronted. A truth that demands to be confronted, for within Chicago's hidden heart lies a reflection of America itself. For within Chicago's hidden heart lies a reflection of America itself. A nation grappling with its own shadows, its own uncomfortable truths. A nation grappling with its own shadows, its own uncomfortable truths, as it seeks to understand and overcome its past. Chicago's history is written in blood. From the early days of Prohibition, when gangsters like Al Capone and Bugs Moran turned the city into a battleground, to the modern scourge of gang violence that continues to plague its neighborhoods, the specter of violence lingers. The statistics are stark. The numbers are grim testament to a city grappling with a seemingly intractable problem. Drive-by shootings echo through the night, their victims often young, their lives cut tragically short. But beyond the headlines and the statistics lie the human stories. Each life lost a tragedy that ripples outward, leaving families shattered and communities broken. The cycle of violence, a self-perpetuating machine fueled by poverty, despair, and a lack of opportunity. Corruption is woven into the very fabric of Chicago, a city where power and influence have long been for sale. The dark alleys and shadowy figures are not just relics of the past, but a present-day reality. From the days of the Daily Machine, a political dynasty built on patronage and backroom deals, the city's history is marred by a legacy of corruption. The Daily era set the stage for a culture where political favors were currency and loyalty was bought and sold. To the present day, where scandals continue to rock City Hall, the stench of corruption lingers. Modern-day politicians, despite promises of reform, often find themselves ensnared in the same old traps. The headlines may change, but the underlying issues remain stubbornly persistent. Politicians line their pockets, turning a blind eye to the needs of the people they are sworn to serve. The allure of easy money and power proves too tempting for many, leading to a cycle of greed and neglect. Contracts are awarded based on favors, not merit. The public suffers as essential services are compromised, and the best interests of the community are ignored in favor of personal gain. Justice is for sale, the scales tipped in favor of the highest bidder. The consequences are devastating. When the legal system is compromised, the very notion of fairness and equality under the law is undermined. Public trust erodes, cynicism takes root, and a sense of hopelessness pervades. The community feels abandoned and the social fabric begins to fray as people lose faith in their leaders. The very foundations of democracy are shaken when those in power prioritize personal gain over the public good. The fight against corruption is not just about punishing the guilty, but restoring faith in the system and ensuring a brighter future for all. Chicago is a city of stark contrasts, a tale of two cities existing side by side. On one hand, the gleaming towers of the Loop, a symbol of economic prosperity and boundless opportunity. On the other, neighborhoods ravaged by poverty, crime, and neglect, where hope struggles to survive. The economic disparities are impossible to ignore. Drive a few miles in any direction and you witness a transformation from affluence to despair, from opportunity to stagnation. This is the legacy of systemic racism and disinvestment, a deliberate effort to marginalize and disenfranchise entire communities. The consequences are devastating, perpetuating cycles of poverty, crime, and despair. Section 5. Forgotten Souls, the Human Cost. Behind the statistics and the headlines are real people, their lives shattered by the forces shaping Chicago's dark side. Families torn apart by violence, their grief echoing through empty streets. Single mothers struggling to make ends meet in neighborhoods starved of resources. Children growing up surrounded by trauma, their futures uncertain, their dreams deferred. These are the forgotten souls of Chicago, their voices drowned out by the din of the city, their stories untold, their struggles unseen. They are the casualties of a system that has failed them, victims of a city that has turned its back on its most vulnerable citizens. Section 6. Whispers in the wind, unsolved mysteries haunt Chicago. Chicago's past is littered with unsolved mysteries, whispers of conspiracies and cover-ups that continue to haunt the city. The disappearance of Candy heiress Helen Brock, the suspicious deaths of several witnesses in the Tylenol murders, and the countless unsolved homicides in marginalized communities. These cases remain open wounds, a testament to a justice system that sometimes fails to deliver. Families left seeking answers, their grief compounded by the uncertainty, the lack of closure. The whispers persist, fueling speculation and distrust. Was evidence buried? Were powerful figures involved? The truth remains elusive, a shadow lurking in the city's underbelly. Section 7, A City on the Precipice, the fight for Chicago's soul. Chicago stands at a crossroads. The forces of darkness threaten to consume the city, to extinguish the spirit of hope and resilience that has always defined it. But amidst the darkness, flickers of hope remain. Community activists working tirelessly to uplift their neighborhoods, demanding justice and accountability. Organizations dedicated to breaking the cycle of violence, offering opportunities for education and redemption. The fight for Chicago's soul is a battle waged on many fronts, a struggle for the very heart of the city. It's a fight that demands attention, that requires the collective will of its citizens to demand better, to create a more just and equitable city for all. Section 8. The urgency of now, a call to action. The time for complacency is over. The stories of Chicago's dark side are not merely tales of a distant past or isolated incidents. They are a reflection of a city in crisis, a city teetering on the edge. Ignoring these truths, turning a blind eye to the suffering and injustice, is to be complicit in the city's demise. The urgency of now demands action, demands engagement, demands a collective commitment to change. This is a call to action for every citizen of Chicago, a plea to confront the city's demons head-on, to demand accountability from elected officials, to support organizations working on the front lines, to amplify the voices of the marginalized and the forgotten. Section 9, Conclusion, Chicago's Reckoning, a story for our time. Chicago's story is a microcosm of the challenges facing America today. It is a city that mirrors the broader struggles of a nation grappling with deep-seated issues. The scourge of gun violence, which has claimed countless lives and left communities in perpetual mourning, the corrosive effects of political corruption, eroding public trust and undermining the very foundations of democracy, the widening gap between the haves and the have-nots. These are not just Chicago problems, they are American problems. The stark contrast between wealth and poverty is a glaring reminder of the inequalities that persist. The lessons learned from Chicago's struggles, from its most harrowing moments to its most inspiring victories, both its triumphs and its failures, offer a blueprint for other cities facing similar challenges. Hold valuable insights for cities across the nation. These insights can guide us in building more resilient and equitable communities. The path forward will be arduous, requiring courage, compassion, and a collective effort to address these systemic issues, and an unwavering commitment to justice. It will demand that we come together, united in our resolve to create a better future. The future of Chicago hangs in the balance. The choices we make today will determine the city's fate. Will it succumb to the forces of darkness, overwhelmed by the weight of its challenges, or will it rise from the ashes, a testament to the enduring spirit of its people? The resilience and determination of Chicagoans will be the deciding factor. A testament to the enduring spirit of its people? The answer lies within each and every one of us. It is a call to action for all who care about the future of this great city. The answer lies within each and every one of us. Together we can shape the destiny of Chicago. The time for reckoning is now. The moment to act is upon us, and the future awaits our decision.